Hi and welcome to The Winning Factor. I'm Aitken, and on this show each week we have a look at a couple of upcoming races in Hong Kong and try to look for the element of each race that we're going to look back on later as having decided the result. Well, the first race we're going to look at on Sunday at Sha Tin is race 2. Our winning factor here, the conversion rate. And this race looks to come down in particular to two runners, Super Rich and the horse that Zac Purton's jumped off Super Rich to ride, Time to Celebrate from the John Size yard. Now that switch isn't a complete surprise, as Super Rich looked a little bit keen at his first attempt at the mile for Zac last time, whereas Time to Celebrate, already a winner over the 1600 metres at Sha Tin, and he's been working well up to a win in recent starts. First we're going to look at his run 2 starts ago when he was 5th behind Ka Ying Star, and this is race 3-2-1. As you see on the heat map, a steadily run race early, in fact slowly at times, and a very fast sprint down the home straight. That made it very tough to come from back in the field, but Time to Celebrate from a wide gate was back in the field, ran on for 5th, and have a look at a couple of the horses who beat him home there, Enrichment and also Furor, who's been able to win since, and Ka Ying Star's raced well as well. So this is a strong form race going forward. Then we'll go to his most recent effort. This time we're going to have a look at race 393, and this time the pace was a little truer, but once again Time to Celebrate got back in the field and hit the line very well behind a couple of smart horses here headed by Good Standing. Now this is classic John Size. We see this season in, season out, horses working up to a win, and we've spoken before about the conversion rate for horses, and that's when we look at the strike rates of trainers with horses that have run 2nd, 3rd or 4th at their last start. In other words, they're coming into form, they're ready to win a race, and they just need the right circumstances. And John Size, as you can see on this graphic, he leads the way in conversion rates. In fact, his strike rate with horses that have run 2, 3, 4 at their last start is better than most trainers do with their last start winners. So he's always a man to follow with a horse coming into form like this, and Time to Celebrate certainly qualifies. Now the small field's going to suit him too. We'll look at the map now, and we have actually seen Time to Celebrate lead all the way over this Sha Tin mile in the past, but he can be a little sluggish out of the gates at times. So from barrier 2, that will help him get away with a slow start, but it's also an added bonus if he does happen to jump cleanly and up on the speed in what looks a tactical sort of a race. So the tip in race 2, Time to Celebrate. His winning factor, the conversion rate. He's a horse who's won over the distance. He gets the services of Zac Purton and an inside draw, and John Size is a past master at getting these horses who have run well in their lead up to break through and win. The second race I want to take a look at Sha Tin on Sunday is race 8, and the winning factor here, the draw. When we look down the field here, there are a few names that jump out at you as leading chances in the race. Vinci, Dynamic Eagle, Tianchi Monster, a last start winner, and Classic Beauty, one of the horses who finished behind him in that win. And that's the race that we're going to really zero in on as the form race here, the race won by Tianchi Monster. This is a Class 3 over 1800 metres, race 392, and you see a significant incident here just around the 1600 metre mark where the pace slows, there's a bit of interference, and Dynamic Eagle goes up in the air badly checked. Now the effect of that check on Classic Beauty was to push him out of what was a good position, to push him 3 wide on the track where Neil Callan then had no option but to stay out there for the rest of the race. And that meant he had to do quite a bit more work than his rivals in the run down to the home turn, sitting 3 wide, sliding up outside the lead. Meanwhile, you can see Tianchi Monster back in the field. He's got the white hood on and grey colours, and he's getting an absolute dream run for Zac Purton on this occasion, further back off the speed. Now over the final stages, Tianchi Monster proved too strong, but you'll see here Classic Beauty battles on very strongly despite having that extra work to do, and he finishes 4th in the race in those Simon Kwok colours. Now that was a very brave run from Classic Beauty, and although he's never been to 2,000 metres, that indicated to me that the 2,000 metres is actually going to suit him really well. And then we look at the map, and this time he's got gate 2. And on the map he looks to get the box seat run, and although Tianchi Monster will also get a good run, I think he'll probably be behind Classic Beauty. And there's also a 6-pound weight swing in favour of Classic Beauty. So those factors are going to play in his favour. So the tip in race 8, Classic Beauty. The winning factor, the draw. From an inside gate this time, I think Classic Beauty is going to get the run of the race behind the leader and in front of his major rival, Tianchi Monster. He also gets a 6-pound weight turnaround on that horse that's going to come in handy, and the 2,000 metres looks ideal. Well, that's it from the winning factor for this week. Good luck on Sunday, and we'll see you next time.